Hi there, I'm Tracy with the Cherryville Branch Library, here for another virtual story time with you. Today we're talking about the letter V, an uppercase V and a lowercase v. And V makes it sound like V, V, V. Yes, like vacation, which not many of us got to go on so far. I have one of my awesome jigsaw puzzles and we're going to start right away. This is a natural phenomenon. Sort of looks like a mountain, but has lava spewing out of it. Do you know what that would be? They erupt. That's right. Did you say volcano? Yes. Our letter V starts off with volcano. This next thing is something you might put flowers in at home. A little water and then some flowers. You decorate it very nicely. You might also put some other things in it. You could even put pens or pencils. Did you say a vase? If you did, you are correct. Now let's see, the next letter V word is a very special doctor that takes care of animals, usually dogs and cats, but they can see things like horses and cows and maybe even snakes or rats. Did you say a vet? That's right, a veterinarian. Vet for short takes care of animals. Their patients are not human, they're animals. This next thing is a piece of clothing. I don't know if you'll know it or not. We don't usually wear them very much anymore unless it's a very formal occasion, or you might wear something similar when you're on a boat. They call it a life vest. Yes, this is a type of piece of clothing. You'll notice it doesn't have any sleeves. You would typically see it if somebody was wearing a tuxedo maybe, although you could have seen them back in the day. This next thing is an instrument. When you see it, you usually see the hand way out here and the chin sort of tucked, and they play it with a bow. Do you know what that might be? Did you say violin? If you did, you're right. It's a violin. A violin and a fiddle are not exactly the same thing. They sort of look like it though. This is a sort of like an automobile but bigger. It usually carries a lot of people. It sits up higher. It's longer and it starts with the letter V. Did you say a van? That's right, a van. Van is a form of transportation. Usually hear it say passenger van. And lastly, you probably heard your parents say, be sure to eat your at dinner. If you don't eat your, you don't get dessert. Starts with a V. Did you say vegetables? You should always eat your vegetables. Sometimes you just have to find the ones you like though. There are a lot of vegetables out there, so surely there's something. I like broccoli, but I don't like Brussels sprouts. So there is our letter V and all of our letter V words. Why did I pick the letter V? Well, this week at our branch, we are doing villains and monsters. Villains are basically bad guys, the person who you don't want them to win. It's a very old-fashioned type word. So I wanted to show you a book that I thought was really fun. This is That Is Not a Good Idea by Willems. And you'll notice there is our fox. And our fox looks a little sneaky, doesn't he? So the question with this book is the fox really inviting the goose to dinner, or is he a villain? This is a really super fun book to read, and it doesn't end the way you think it would. But speaking of villains, I happen to have a couple of villains for us. So we're going to count some. So we'll take all these off the board real quick. But I'm going to leave our letter V because we do have villains. And as you'll see, there's our villain. So we're going to count some villains. Are you ready? 1 villain, 2 villains, 3 villains, 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Then there's 5 villains, 6 villains, 7 villains more, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8 villains, 9 villains, 10 villains all. See, they all look sneaky, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. There are 10 villains on our board, right? We'll put the villains away and we'll move on to monsters. Now, if you're looking for a good book about a monster, speaking of Mo Willems, this is my favorite book ever. It is Leonardo the Terrible Monster. Leonardo has a problem. He's not very scary. But Leonardo wants to be really scary. So this is all about how Leonardo finds his scariness and what happens with that. All right, so I'm going to have a little play. I'm not going to stand up, but you know what, you can stand up at home. So stand up on your feet, paws on your head. Oh, but if you don't have paws, use your hands instead. That's what monsters do, and you can be a monster too. Flap your wings like this. Flap them once again. Oh, you don't have wings? Well, then you can flap your elbows instead, because that's what monsters do. Growl and show your fangs. Arr, that's real scary too. But if you don't have fangs, teeth will have to do. That's what monsters do. And you can be a monster too. That was kind of fun, right? So we got to put our paws on our head, and we got to flap our wings, and we also got to show our teeth. But you know what the teeth make me think of is being hungry. So you usually go when you're eating, right? The last thing I have is a monster. Oh, and he is so hungry, this monster. It's time for his lunch. What do you think a monster eats? Do you think he just eats cheeseburgers and pizza? It's what I like to eat for lunch, but I don't know what he eats, so let's find out. Because this monster can eat a very hearty lunch, and is among his favorite things to munch and crunch are alligator eyeballs. Ooh, there they go into his belly. And armadillos. Ooh, and you know what else he likes to eat? Bears. I know he eats bears. Can you imagine? And he also adores anaconda in a luscious sauce of pears. That's right, anaconda is a type of snake. And if his stomach still grumbles, he'll eat a moose. Or perhaps he'll consume a hog. Oh no, there goes the hog. A mud turtle. Maybe even a goose. There they all went. There they are in his tummy, right? But when he's depressed, chocolate-covered tarantulas. Those are the very best. Yeah, I can't imagine eating chocolate-covered spiders. Oh, he enjoys bats because they're chewy, and slugs because they're nice and gooey. Wolverines, oh, those make a really feisty foodstuff. And just when you think he's had enough, he can consume, it's a whale. Oh my gosh, let's see, can he really swallow a whole whale? Oh, he did. Or maybe an ox's tail. And you know what? He may even have room to nibble on a hedgehog or two. And when he's finally through and there's nothing left to chew, he goes off to sleep to dream of sheep and mint green jelly and other good things to put in his belly. And that is the end of the monster's lunch. It's also the end of our story time this week. I hope you've enjoyed Monsters and Villains. Thanks. Bye-bye.